We saw the lady's face was obscured by the floor ceiling, but she was ramming her whole body onto a random room's door. She was levitating, and before we went sneaking, we saw the class group chat had messages regarding students seeing fleet floating past the bottom of their room's front doors.
This is Creepy with Coffee.
It all happened during November of 2017. I had just graduated and decided to sign up for the school's annual graduation trip to Johor and Singapore. At the time, me and my homies, or best friends, subscribed to a very dumb content on YouTube such as the 3 AM challenges. I still can't believe that I used to think J Station was legit. When we arrived at the hotel at 10 PM, me and my buddy that were assigned to the same room decided to push through the fatigue and stay up till 12 AM to go explore the floor, or in other words, go ghost hunting. The hotel had already sketched me out when I saw an ancient looking lobby and witnessing the hotel workers warning us not to use the lifts. So we had to climb up to the 15th floor where we were staying. Before the trip, we already knew that this establishment had a dark history of suicide cover-ups. For example, we heard rumors of a suicide on the 13th floor that caused a whole entire room to be sealed up. This is an important information for later on or later part of the story. Okay, so now it's 12 AM and only me and another friend decided to split up to explore both pathways of the current floor. We wanted to go hang out in the lobby too, but unfortunately it was pitch black down there. Unsurprisingly, we saw nothing and proceeded back to our room for bedtime. Time would pass till 4 AM, where I had a strong urge to pee and was shivering so badly from the cold. So I got up to relieve myself, and right when I finished up and began to go back to sleep, I hear 3 awfully clear knocks on the front door. I know this was a dumb move, but yes, I freaking opened the damn door without looking at the peephole first. And mind you, this is 4 AM in the morning. I swear if that was someone with malicious intent and not some paranormal, things would have turned out pretty bad. As expected, I didn't see anyone, so I just coerced myself that I was tired and probably still half dreaming. Turns out, I was wrong. As soon as I turned back, it started again. But this time, I looked through the peephole as my common sense started to return after realizing that something is about to go down. Again, nothing. I retraced my steps back to the bed and tucked myself in while preparing mentally to just ignore the knocks. As soon as I rested my head on the pillow, another 3 knocks could be heard on the door. This time I chose not to give it a thought. The opposite happened. The knocks became louder and faster. They started to become bangs. It was at that moment I knew that what I've been looking for has appeared. I tried waking my friends up, but no prevail. My friend managed to continue sleeping while I was slapping him, and when something was trying to get into the room, I finally gained enough courage and grabbed a chair nearby me. I then proceeded to stand guard in front of the door. I would go on to pray while getting tormented by the being outside until eventually I passed out at around 6 AM. The next morning, a whole squad was asking me if I sleepwalk, and I tried explaining to them what had happened, but they wouldn't believe me. This obviously pissed me off for half of the day until my friends from another room called us over that night for some game. And that night scarred me for life. This was the night that we potentially saw something of the paranormal. The teachers did not allow us to travel between rooms to meet our friends, so we had to sneak over. While sneaking over, we saw a woman wearing a pink color baju kurung without tudung on. Baju kurung is a traditional Malay women's attire And tudong, it's similar to like a scarf that they use to cover their head. On the 13th floor, when we look down into the lobby, so I assume this hotel, from whichever floor that you are staying on, you can actually see straight down to the lobby. Because of this design, you can actually see other floors as well. Continue with the story. We saw the lady's face was obscured by the floor ceiling, but she was ramming her whole body onto a random room's door. She was levitating, and before we went sneaking, we saw the class group chat had messages regarding students seeing fleet floating past the bottom of their room's front doors. Before we realized that she was actually levitating, we thought it was just some drunk bastard, but soon started questioning why a Muslim would even be drinking alcohol in the first place. We started recording the situation, and after 3 minutes of whatever the thing is banging the door, she would burst into a sprint and dash her way towards the lift lobby on the floor, which is a blind spot, so we couldn't see her anymore. We waited patiently till it decided to reappear. But before that, we saw two Malay women walk past the lift lobby and headed straight to the room the thing was banging on. Halfway to the room, the thing in pink started walking again instead of levitating behind them and follows them right into the room. We tried running back to our room but realized it was locked from the inside, so we ended up spending the night over in the room that we had snuck over. I still remember the panic that was instilled upon my parents that night when I texted them about it. They told me to immediately delete the footage and kept asking me if I did the room entering ritual correctly. Till this day, I'm still tempted to return to the hotel, but my gut feeling is telling me not to. Was it ghosts? Was it imaginations? I guess I'll never know.